Hello, everybody, and welcome to another podcast. And I am Davy the Butcher.
And I'm Mazzi, what it do, what it is.
Yep, I found Mazzi again. Because I left you in 2010, remember?
Yee.
So I had to come back and get him, and now we're in the year 1990. So we have finally left the 21st century. How does that feel?
Feels kind of crazy.
Yeah. What do you like about the 90s?
I like the style, I kind of miss, the grunge style, they have, stonewashed jeans and, cool hairstyles, bleached blonde, long hair, and, kind of like the, that Outsiders movie?
I've never seen it. But what's it about?
It's about, these gangs that, Ponyboy Curtis and Soda Pop. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. A lot of girls have crushes on them. But I also miss, it wasn't so, people weren't so antisocial and socially anxious because of the phones, so I kind of miss that. What about you?
Well, Back to the Future 3 came out in 1990. And, Beavis and Butthead was a thing during this decade.
Yes, sir.
And I know you really like Beavis and Butthead.
Yup.
Hey, Beavis.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, that chick's hot.
Yeah, hey, Butthead. Want to touch my hot dog?
No, thanks.
No, you remember that episode?
Wait, no, which one is that?
Oh, it's they're in the store they're in the store and they see this hot older chick, and he grabs a hot dog and he's like, hey baby, wanna touch my wiener?
I don't remember seeing that.
Bro, what if Beavis and Butthead were real? They look if you look up pictures Beavis and Butthead in real life, you will see methodics.
I think I've seen a sculpture of that, a live action Beavis and Bud. Someone made this huge sculpture of both of them on this thing. I think it was on a YouTube video somewhere. So
Cartoon characters in real life would be scary, especially SpongeBob. Especially when he had the suds, that would be scary.
Or when he was acting normal. Hi, how are you?
Oh yeah, this Circle Bob.
Yeah. And imagine Patrick Star too, or Squidward.
Especially how in TV shows they have clips of in real life stuff.
Yeah.
Just imagine that, but in real life, that'd be hella eerie.
Yeah, that would be.
When they have SpongeBob going out of water sometimes,
Yeah. Who lives in the water and under the sea? No, it's who lives in the pineapple under the sea. That's how it goes.
Oh, it's been a minute since you've seen it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I still watch it now from time to time. The older ones. I don't care. I don't care about the new ones. They're more they're more wacky, goofy, and the stories aren't as good. It's like they're running out of ideas. They just put up whatever. There's this one of SpongeBob in Random Land.
The first SpongeBob ever made actually had a lot of hidden adult jokes.
Yeah, I've noticed some hidden adult jokes.
Yeah, in the old
I've
ones,
noticed some
though.
in Shrek too.
Oh yeah, in the in the B movie.
Oh yeah, the B movie.
The part where they're like, "We're all cousins."
Yeah. And everyone made memes about that. It was like, "Sweet home Alabama." I've noticed some hidden jokes in Shrek. There's one. They were talking about Lord Farquaad as in the scene with Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey, and they're like, some people think little of him, but then like Shrek's like, all right, we'll let you do the measuring when you get there.
Oh wow, I didn't know you take it that far, David.
So yeah, I've noticed, like, as I'm got older, like, you notice some of the hidden jokes because you were too young and innocent back then, and now that you've like, as you've gotten older, you've learned more, and now you get those jokes.
So what did you miss about last podcast? Like, what did you miss being about in the 2000s?
Ooh, interesting question. Probably, I don't know, just some of the movies from the 2000s were good. And then TV shows and I don't know. And that was a decade when I was born.
Yeah. And like Disney Plus took over, so they had some pretty good TV shows, but it's the apocalypse then.
Yeah, and
I can't look at Disney the same.
yeah, can't wait to travel to 2022 to see Cars 5.
I can't wait to travel till 2070 to see Cars 70.
We're gonna like go 100 years in the future. We got Cars 3000.
That'd be kind of scary.
It's gonna be like a cyberpunk reboot.
Dude, that would be sick.
Yeah.
I actually love cyberpunk.
Yeah, dude, that just looks cool in general.
Like, I want to start making like art with cyberpunk, but like in a vaporwave way.
Ooh, that'd be super edgy.
It'd be pretty sick.
Anyways, getting back to the 1990s, were there any good shows in the 90s?
Friends. Was that in the 90s?
I don't know, it might be.
The 70s show?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep up with TV shows, but it could be.
I'm not much of a TV show critic.
But you know one, I know a show that was in the 90s though.
What's that?
Full House.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I remember as a little kid watching their reruns on Nick at Night.
Yeah. I watched that too. Whenever I'm in my mom's bedroom or just in the living room, they have reruns almost every night.
I remember just pretending to hate it because my sister watched it and I didn't like whatever she watched. Like, she'd be watching like Hello Kitty and stuff, and I was like, I hate this, but I secretly, for some reason, I liked it.
Yeah, I did that too.
Like, I would just be with my friend, like, my sister watch, like, you know, My Little Pony and stuff, and we'd just be making fun of it, and something inside me was like, dude, this is kind of interesting. I hope the pony finds the friendship, how the pony makes amends with the other pony and becomes friends.
Yeah. That was probably the only show from the 90s I've watched. I've never watched Seinfeld. I've just heard of Seinfeld because of a couple memes about it.
You know
Like,
my favorite 90s
basically
show?
everyone makes memes about the Seinfeld theme song.
You know my favorite 90s show?
Huh.
Bob Ross.
Oh yeah, Bob Ross. That's a good show.
Imagine like if Bob Ross
Yeah.
if Bob Ross and Kelpie G met.
Dude, that'd be a better crossover than Infinity War.
Yes.
Kelpie G is the king of jazz. You know what I mean?
Yes, he is.
I don't care for jazz, but Kelpie G though.
He actually is good. Like I've listened to like remixes of it, like slowed down, like vaporwave, and it actually sounds pretty hard.
Yeah. You listen to a lot of vaporwave.
That's what I listen to the most, but I really listen to everything. You'd actually be surprised, like, for some reason I talk about vaporwave a lot, but I listen to like a lot of indie rock, like, you know, Cleo, Joji, Frank Ocean.
Oh.
Probably don't know any of those.
I know Joji. Filthy
Yes,
Frank.
for sure.
I still miss Filthy Frank. I mean, is TV Filthy Frank 2 even still uploading? Do you know?
No, he
Are any of the clones even still doing it?
George.
Is Filthy Frank like dead? Officially dead now?
Well, I know that George Miller had to quit because he was getting seizures from it.
Yeah.
And then, like, people, when he made that video, like, people were just making fun of him. But I mean, he kind of deserved it, to be honest, because he made fun of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, he was always doing a lot of dark humor. Like, he made fun of, I know he made fun of autism before.
I didn't like it because if y'all didn't know on the podcast, like, pretty open about it, but I have like high functioning autism, but I didn't really like that episode. But I didn't take it personal because he makes fun of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like he makes fun of a lot of stuff. Like anything like that's the trend or fad, like he kind of makes fun of, like he did a video about the Pokemon Go. And
Especially like Instagram girls, he likes to go ham on.
Yeah. Like most of the Instagram girls when you see pictures of them in a bikini or whatever, like he makes fun of that and basically says like that's all in like the ratchet room. And then like you get all those thirsty emojis whenever you see one of those pictures on Instagram.
And they're usually like 40-year-old men that are like overweight or some weeaboo, and it's kind of like disgusting.
There's a lot of creeps and psychos out there.
I always wonder, like, how would the boyfriend of like that person feel?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't trust most. I feel like you can't trust most of them these days, especially like the hot ones, because any guy is obviously gonna go after the pretty ones. And if you're like the boyfriend of her, like, would you have to worry, like, are any of them even loyal? That's what you gotta worry about. Like,
I have to say two things about that. Well, okay, so first, that is why girls like dad bods because they don't like. This is what my friend that's a girl explained to me. She said, I said, why are dad bods so cool? And she said, because the girls are like less likely to worry about someone finessing him because they're fat.
Oh.
So I'm thinking about letting my dad bod grow, quitting this vegan diet. No, not really. Still saving the animals, but the other thing is, like, I kind of disagree with that. Like, there are some very attractive and loyal females out there.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it could be the girls you've been with that kind of. I know that happened to me. Like, I've been with some very unloyal girls, and it did scar me for a while. Like, I was kind of scared to like trust people, but you know, I got over that. Or it could be society. You know, like society expects women to eat hot Cheetos, and you know that meme. All females after 1990 know be bisexual.
They all
cheat, and
they all usually go to some gas station like Rivers and eat Takis or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't think that. It's just what the meme said.
But yeah, it sounds like the girls from Leo. Like, I always hear conversations. You're like, "Hey, are we going to Rivers after 7th period?"
That was.
I hear that. I used to hear that all the time when I was there.
I mean, if there's a gas station by any school, it's like that.
Yeah, like they'd usually just walk. Like, they all just walk over there.
It's kind of cool though. Like, you could just go to like Subways like after school and just meet up with people.
But yeah, that is cool. That is cool.
I kind of miss that, to be honest.
Yeah. 8th grade was. Yeah, I'd like to go back to 8th grade. 8th grade was such a fun year.
Yeah, I mean this year is pretty lit for me, but I mean in high school, like, for me in high school, it's like I have like, there's too much drama at high school, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I'm friends with like older people or just like less dramatic people, like homeschoolers like David, because he has no drama he doesn't go to a dramatic school.
Yeah. Yeah, like any drama school, yeah, it's frustrating. Especially like that's one nice thing about homeschool is like you don't have to hear that a lot. Like everybody gets along well and gets their work done. Well, meanwhile in public schools, you get all these like relationship dramas and all that. It's like, oh my gosh, Chad, I can't believe you cheated on me with Stephanie. I thought what we had was special.
That's really how it be.
But yeah, that's one of the main things about these public schools. It's either girl problems or
unloyal friends.
A lot of kids with depression, bullies, all that stuff. Like,
well, I think depression just stems from Snapchat or something.
Yeah, that's why I don't use Snapchat.
I remember that one meme.
Yeah, because
I remember that one meme we posted on Snapchat.
Yes, it was one small thing happens one small thing that has little effect, and they're all like, "Oh, I'm gonna die. There's no reason for me to live," and they have to post about it on Snapchat. Try to get sympathy from everybody, they don't do anything about it. They just wallow for a day or two, and then they get over it, and then they're depressed again and wallow over it, and then like the vicious cycle just keeps going.
Honestly, that kind of used to be me, but I just realized nobody cares.
Yeah.
You just have to learn to like accept suffering.
If you have a problem with just talk to your parents, friend, or anyone you're close to. Like, don't ask for sympathy to a bunch of strangers online, or like it could be someone you barely know, and you try to get sympathy, but then like in reality they don't even do anything about it. They just look at it, and then they don't really say anything. They just move on with their lives. That's why you don't want to post about your everyday feels on your stories.
Yeah, and then like if you run in, like, you know how Snapchat has that quick ad and like it's just local people.
Yeah.
If you meet up with them and like if you see them in real life, you're just gonna like not want to say hey. You're just like, I don't know what this is gonna mean, but like depression's kind of like a turn off. You want like positive people up in your circle.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, I don't know if I should go up to that person. Like, how, like, it's all about like how friends would benefit you. Like for instance, like the homie Davy. The benefit from that is we always laugh and stuff. But like if your only personality is depression, like it's gonna be hard to have friends because you have nothing to benefit.
Yeah. Yeah, you should definitely get hobbies and like being in your bed being depressed every day, and just on your phone looking up whatever. Like, one of my hobbies is obviously I do a lot of editing and YouTube.
Yeah, that's a pretty good hobby. Like, my hobbies are, I'm actually trying to get a lot of physical hobbies. Like, I know I text people a lot and stuff, and like I've been trying to be more productive than just be on my phone all day. Like, I've been getting up at like 4 and do Tai Chi and take a cold shower, all that stuff, and then like I've been trying to get back into skateboarding too.
And then I mean, that's one of the things that's probably why I don't care for social media that much, is like there's too much of that cyber drama going on all the time.
I haven't really experienced cyber drama in years, to be honest, because I just don't have dramatic friends, and if I do, I just go yeet.
Yeah, I just see sometimes I'll randomly run into stuff like that. Like, you get those guys that look at women in bikinis their whole time, or just look at some stupid meme every day. Now, I'm not saying memes are not cool. I guess it just depends what the meme is, because some memes are actually pretty cringy, and some have really dark humor, like it talk about world problems or racism, or make fun of mental problems like autism or cancer, for example.
Yeah, like I remember the memes were really bad in like 2017, but like I've noticed they've gotten more clean. Like, I've actually seen some, like, I know 9/11 was a big meme, and like I've actually seen like people post it now, and like, you know, people actually stick up for it in the comments.
Yeah.
Like, I think memes are getting better. Like, people are actually getting common sense.
Yeah, like every September 11th, you'll see like old people repost old 9/11 memes, and then I see people like going after him about it.
Yeah, like when X died, there was a bunch of memes, and there was like and like nobody found them funny though.
And I've seen
Yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. Keep up the combo though.
All right. I've already seen memes of Juice WRLD dying too. Now I didn't even know who he was. All I know is I just saw him dying, and I never understood why all these rappers dying, but I think I know why. It's because like all these could be from drugs or whatever they take, which is why the rap game is kind of stupid, and I don't even listen to that. But I mean, you do whatever. That's just me. If you like it, then whatever. Just go for it. I'm just not gonna listen to it because it is cringe. Very, very, very cringe. Why is it cringy? Why there's a lot of reasons why it's cringy. I just know from experience. I am a man of experience. I see you, and FedEx has returned.
It seems like every podcast we have to use a restroom for some reason.
I've never had to use the restroom yet.
You did one time.
Oh wait, yeah, actually, yeah, I did.
And then while you were gone,
You
wait,
didn't
did you still have that part in the podcast? You saw that? It's been a minute since I watched that one podcast, but you still have that one part where I said, David, if you're editing this, I wiped dog poop off my shoe with your toothbrush.
When was that?
It was a month ago when we were filming the podcast. Like, you're like, I have to use the restroom, so I just said that in the mic.
Oh, you did? Oh, I didn't.
It's
I
probably
must have
up
not
there.
heard it. Yeah, it probably is up there. I didn't hear it. You didn't malfunction the time machine again, did you?
No, I actually didn't.
Okay, good. We don't want you to be lost in time again.
Oh,
Because then we're going to the 1980s next, and I'm actually looking forward to that. The 1980s was a great decade, it seemed like.
yeah, mullets.
Yeah, there's some great movies from the 80s.
Joe Dirt.
Oh yeah, Joe Dirt, Back to the Future. I saw the first Karate Kid movie, and then Ghostbusters came out during that time.
I want to watch Karate Kid now.
Yeah, the first one's good. I saw it with my friends Ty and Trent. And they were my special guests from the last podcast.
Go peep the podcast.
Yeah, it's so funny. Their dad made a joke like about the wax on, wax off. But just do that as long as it's not whack off.
Oh no, I hope like. I hope it's just men watching this.
Why?
Because it's like, I don't know.
You seem very paranoid about stuff.
I mean, that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm like paranoid like Shaggy.
Like, Scoop, man, I don't want to see people looking at. I want to see women looking at this.
I just have a self-image I like to keep up.
But yeah, that's fine, I guess. Nothing wrong with having your own image.
Except on my old meme page, it kind of ruined that. The new meme page I created, Joey the Creator.
Oh yeah.
Kind of ruined my image there, but
yeah.
now I'm just E-boy drip. Probably gonna change it again soon. Not gonna lie. Hope I don't.
Something less cringy.
I mean,
just kidding.
A lot of people think it's cringy, but hey, I'm getting into ladies.
Yeah, look, this whole rap game nowadays just seems super cringe to me. Like, it's got those Jake Paul vibes.
It does. I like rap, but it's like all of it like now is just the same. It's like all the same emo rap or all the same like the baby styles. Like I want some like when I listen to something, it has to be like super unique. Like something I haven't heard in a long time, like Oliver Francis. Like I've probably mentioned him like a ton of times, but I mean that's really the only rapper I listen to.
Ooh, another thing about the 90s. All the old video games back then.
They also had good rap back then.
Yeah, but I'm talking about video games.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Like have you seen the old consoles from back then?
Yeah, they actually, the N64 is actually really fun.
Yeah. I think there's this one console called the Amigo something.
Dude, I want to buy an N64 just for the heck of it and just have like you and the boys over and we just play Mario Party and stuff.
Dude, that'd be sick. And
dude, I'm gonna look up how much they cost.
You know there's a guy that plays all those old games, right?
Who?
Angry Video Game Nerd.
Oh, people keep telling me to watch it, but I just haven't. It's like when people send me music, like, I'll just say, yo, I'll listen to your song, and I never do.
Oh. I played this one that he played. It's one of those really bad games, but it's like really funny. You know what I mean?
Like Goat Simulator type of thing? Like the quality is bad, but it's just funny?
Yeah, something similar to that. But this quality isn't as good as Goat Simulator, though. Like, it's not animated. It's like all pixelated, all the frames.
What's it called?
It's called The Town with No Name.
I've never heard of that.
It's a super bizarre game. Like, it's got like two endings to it. There's this one option you can go back on the train. It's like a Western type game. And there's this kid that yells at you like, "Come back, Shane!" And then like the cowboy shoots at him and he says, "My name's not Shane, kid." And then like the train just flies into space. And then that's like one of the endings. The other ending is like after he shoots a bunch of this guy's gang members, and he's like the only dude left. And all his gang members thought he was some guy named Billy Bob, which is what everybody, the whole gang was trying to shoot for. But then all of them are dead except the gang member, and then like it was all misunderstanding. And then at the end it's like he really doesn't know about it. He's just like, "Oh, I guess these things happen, I suppose. You just want to go and get a whiskey?" And that's literally how the game ends. It's like he just shoots his hat off. He shoots like the top of his head and his hat falls off, and then he's like, "Okay, Billy Bob, finish me off."
When was the original Xbox made?
Like 360?
No, like the Xbox.
Oh, like Microsoft? I don't know.
Dude, that was an old system, and they had like The Simpsons. Like, have you ever played that game? It was like, it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but it was just like The Simpsons, and
Ooh.
like you just basically ran around in cars and destroyed stuff.
You wanna know another game that's like Grand Theft Auto?
What?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, that's a fun game. I wish it was so popular.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how Town with No Name ends though. Like he just gets a whiskey with that gang member, even though he's shot all his other gang members. He's like, I'm sure I can buy with the reward money I got from killing all your friends. He still doesn't care. He's just like, oh, these things happen, I suppose.
Wow.
Yeah. I have a video of it on my channel too.
You do?
Yeah.
I'll have to peep it.
But yeah, I just saw a YouTube recommendation. It said best video game ending ever, and it was that My Name's Not Shane kid bit, and that's how like I found that game. It's kind of a masterpiece if you think about it in a comically way.
Does be sounding like a masterpiece though.
Yeah. And then I've seen Angry Video Game Nerd play a bunch of other old games too. Like he played some Jurassic Park, played some the old Back to the Future games. He played like all the Steven Spielberg games, like Jaws, and I think Jurassic Park was one of them.
Dude, you're getting me in the mood.
They
to,
had
buy a like old gaming system like the Sega and just play it.
Yeah.
Like I
always
remember,
like being an old school guy.
I remember when I was like little, like my first friend ever, because I was an introvert.
Yeah.
Well, I still am, but like
I kind of still am too. No worries.
Like I was so introverted. Like my first friend ever was made when I was like 6. Like I didn't even try to be his friend. Like he just found me in the phone book, and I was like, "Yo, can you come over?" And I was like, and my mom was like, "Yeah, he can come over. He needs some friends." And like, dude, I love going to his house because we always played N64 and stuff, and that was my first time ever playing a video game.
Oh, dude, that sounds like fun.
The N64 is the first game I ever played. I had a great introduction to video games.
Yeah, the first console I played was the Wii, obviously. It was we went to Target. I believe this was in 2008. It was either 2008 or 2009. It was like around when the Wii first came out. And the first games we had were Wii Sports and Mario Kart. Those were like the first 2 games I've ever played. Was Wii Sports. It was either Wii Sports or Mario Kart. Those were like the first games I played. And like since then, my gaming has increased. I now play Roblox, I got Minecraft, I got Five Nights at Freddy's videos on my channel, I have Minecraft, there's Rocket League, and then Little Goat Simulator I played.
I really don't have time for
And then
video
there's
games
Town with No
anymore.
Name I uploaded.
I wish I did, but it's just like nice one. Like there be phases in my life, like sometimes like I'll just be hella.
Yo, can I get a water? Pass me some of that 90s water, mate.
As long as you throw it away, yeah.
Alright, thanks, G. Where'd you find this?
Found it in the dashboard of the Taurus. It looked pretty rusty, so you got the tetanus shot, right?
Tetanus shot?
You have one, right? Uh-oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I do.
Okay, good. Didn't want to have to, go to 90s medical doctor.
I mean, what are we gonna say? We're time travelers. They're gonna have us committed.
I wonder what the doctors were like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, there'd be more cures for cancer and stuff now than there was in the 90s.
Yeah. And because of technology and evolution or whatever, like, they probably, all the medicines probably aren't as good.
Yeah, like, my mom used to have cancer, and, like, she got treated with stem cells. Like, I wonder if they had that back then. Like, do you know what stem cells are?
No.
I don't know that much, and I probably should, because I went to Mexico with her for a month to get that. Because in the United States, stem cells, like, I have a whole conspiracy about that, but we're not going to get into it right now.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to.
Rather stick it with the 90s subject.
Okay, no conspiracy theories, but
We don't want to get into, like, healthy food stuff like last time.
okay, I'm not even gonna talk about stem cells because it's gonna turn into alternative drugs and stuff. And yeah, let's stick to the 90s. Last time it was kind of like I could tell you wanted out.
Yeah. I mean, I was still fine with it, I guess, but I still would have rather talked more about 2010. But I mean, we did talk about a few stuff. We talked about, like, Cartoon Network and we talked about, like, how the food was better back then, and yeah.
And Lane talked about, like, the Omni Lords, whatever.
The Omni beings. So last we heard from him, he said he broke a mask or something, and now he was in 2010. In that dimension, at least, we got a time traveling version of Mr. Volcamophone. But we know that's not like him at all in our dimension. He's more into, like, usually more into music and, like, art streams and Weird Side of the Web. Well, he doesn't do Weird Side of the Web anymore. He does, like, mainly, he did a YouTube poop last time.
I've been thinking about
doesn't
making
upload
those.
much. Yeah, I've been working on one. You know, the Jontron's first flex tape video?
Yeah.
I've been working on one about that.
Dang, I can't wait to see that. I don't know which one I would do, though. Maybe, like...
You may think it's a little racist, just to warn you, but...
won't watch it then.
But there's some funny parts to it that you might like, though.
Okay, as long as it doesn't say the word I don't like.
Like the N-word?
Yeah, I don't like that word.
Yeah.
If it doesn't say the N-word, I'll watch it, but...
Yeah, like, if I post something that's, like, dark humor, like, I probably wouldn't send it to you.
Yeah.
Knowing you, just keep it to myself or send it to a friend who likes that type of humor.
Yeah.
Like, I met this friend online named Jake, and he's obsessed with Back to the Future like I used to be, and he says, like, the N-word a lot.
I hate it. Like, the white kids at my school always be saying the N-word, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
For some reason, I started to think it was funny because of Miles.
Oh. Well, like, I don't know. I guess I'm more, like, sensitive to it because, like, just certain family members, we have Hispanic family members in our family, and others. Like, our family loves to adopt. I guess, like, they have a thing for adopting kids. And so I just kind of don't like it, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that.
I understand your side, like, because of religion, but I don't agree with it, but I understand.
But, yeah. Yeah, like, well, I don't want to talk. I usually don't like talking about, like, I don't want to talk about it, like, online, where, like, a lot of people will probably listen to this.
Oh, yeah, you should probably cut that part out. Sorry for that.
I mean, we didn't really go into detail, just...
Yeah, it's like, you brought up, so I was like, thought it,
Yeah. I mean, if you really are curious, I guess if you're like my friend and you're listening to this, like, you'd probably understand, because I know I've told a few of my friends about it, but yeah, like, if I don't know, just comment. You can always comment whatever if you're curious.
Yeah, like, honestly, I don't.
But I do warn you though, it probably is considered offensive to a lot of people.
Yeah, take my word for it. But honestly, like, for me, like, I don't really care what people think about my religious views. Like I get judged a lot. Like, I'm not. It's not an offensive religious view, but like, just being in spirituality, like, people think my views are so whack.
People think about that for mine too. Especially, like, a lot of people, honestly.
Like, the reincarnation thing, everybody's like, what? That's crazy. You're crazy, bro. And I'm like, I mean, I am crazy. Nothing wrong with that. But this is not a religious podcast.
Yeah, no. It's not getting any more into religion. We'll save that.
Yeah,
save that for the church.
If you do want to talk to me about religion, like, if you want to know my views or something, like, I love to talk about it. Like, I love philosophy. I love debating about religion. Like, if you want to debate me in any religion, hit me up. My Instagram will be down below, hopefully, and we can talk about that. But moving on.
All right, so I'll start adding Instagram accounts.
Hey, because the fans might be curious to talk to us.
Yeah.
I gotta. Oh, now I gotta make a new Instagram account.
But
I don't have any personal Instagram accounts. It's all like promotions or like stuff I've created and gave up halfway.
Yeah, unfortunately though, we don't have many fans yet.
Yeah.
We only have like 7 subscribers. And
I was talking to someone online about our podcast yesterday. Maybe she like subscribed or something.
Oh, that nice lady you talking to?
No, it was just a friend, but
Oh, a friend.
yeah. But
Oh, that's cool.
the person I'm talking to, I'm gonna tell her about the podcast so we can get as many fans as possible.
Oh yeah, just tell it. Tell whoever you know about the podcast. You get all the views as possible.
Yeah,
get YouTube famous.
Tell your cat, tell your dog about the podcast.
Even tell your little 1-year-old niece about it.
Oh yeah, like, you know how like people be.
Even tell your imaginary friends that don't exist. Watch the podcast,
Bro, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do when I have kids. You know how people will be putting headphones on, like, mom's stomachs and play like Mozart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be playing the podcast.
You're gonna be playing the podcast on your wife's stomach.
It might mess the kid up a little bit, but
Which one are you gonna play? The one with Lane or the one with just us? Or...
Actually, the kid would probably grow up to be really healthy and strong because all the health benefits me and Lane talked about.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole podcast just turned into like a whole cooking segment.
I liked it though. Like I said, if you want to talk about anything spiritual, anything health, anything motivation, like, bro, I loved it. That's all I talk about, really.
Yeah.
Except not on the podcast, because, yeah.
Alright, let's get to the what if part. This is the part of the podcast where we ask, what if this happened instead of what actually happened in reality? Is there anything anything historical that happened in the 90s?
Hayes 444.
Hayes 444, what's that?
It's just a ton. I'm obsessed with synchronicities, but don't want to steer into spirituality again. Okay, anyways,
I'll look it up here on my phone.
Isn't
that
the
I brought with
Berlin
me.
Wall in the 90s?
Huh?
Was the Berlin? I suck at history. Was the Berlin Wall in the 90s?
The Berlin what? Majig what?
Berlin Wall.
Berlin Wall. I don't know.
If any of you know what I'm talking about, like, it was like, I think Berlin is in Germany. I suck at history, but anyways, it's like a wall dividing like two countries, and people couldn't see their families and stuff. And my dad's friend he was like German or something, and my dad has like a brick from the Berlin Wall, and I've touched it and stuff. Like, it's pretty cool.
Alright, I looked up some historical events that happened during
Feminism,
the 1990s.
probably.
No, I don't see feminism in here, but there's this one event in 1992. There were Los Angeles riots, and it killed like 50 to 60 people and caused nearly 1 billion damage.
Wow. Also, weren't gangs really like common back then? Like, it wasn't like the whole like Compton thing was a thing, and like I don't know, like, I really only know history because my dad was around back then, but he said like there were gangs everywhere. And like, even in the neighborhoods you see today, there are probably gang members there. Like, they're just random people getting shot everywhere.
Yeah, never join a gang.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty stupid. But of course, if that never happened, then there'd be more people still alive, obviously.
I join gangs. Keep my grades up, and G for keep my grades up, A for, I don't know. You know what those means? Like, I take ketamine and it, you know, it's like the acrylic. I don't know. I'm stuttering a lot. Like, I don't know what the heck I'm saying, because like I just got back from school, so I'm like kind of tired.
Alright, here's one that happened in 1993. Bill Clinton became the president.
Oof.
Yeah. Those Clintons. The Clinton family is pure evil.
Yeah. I don't like.
Like, I'm so glad. Like, I'd rather have Trump as the president than Hillary. If Hillary became president, it'd be the end of the world.
It really would.
Like, thank God that Trump made it to the White House and not stupid Hillary. like what if Bill Clinton didn't become president? Then those years probably would have been more pleasant, wouldn't they? If it was a Republican.
I don't really know. Like, if a different person, maybe if there's a different person, there'd be like more changes in the world. I don't know.
Yeah. And it says there were some bombings that happened in places. Like, there was one at the Kobar Towers. There was Sentinel Olympic Park bombing at the Summer Olympics in Atlanta. They only killed one person in it, but it injured 11 people.
This is gonna sound really stupid, but I thought bombings were only a thing after 9/11. I thought that's why it was so significant, because that was when like the first big bombing type thing happened.
Yeah, but then like you go into history class and they talk about like World War I, World War II, and a possible chance World War III could happen.
Bro, it's not gonna happen.
With like
with
all that's going on with Iran.
If you talk about World War III, I'm going to go into conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Like, I'm loaded with them.
Like World War III, I heard there's a bunch of, that's like the memes now. It's all like the World War III stuff and getting drafted to go to Iran.
Dude, if they draft me, I'll like be like, yo, I'm a girl, and then like when they leave, I'll be like, not. You know, like transgenders aren't allowed in the military, so like just change your gender life hack, and then okay, cut that part out. People are gonna get triggered. Okay, like if they ask me to join the military and they say spell red, I'm just gonna go Beetlejuice and say LSTER. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen Beetlejuice.
Did I send that meme to you?
I don't think you have, but I feel like I've seen the movie Beetlejuice though.
No, not the movie Beetlejuice. The guy that looks like Steve Urkel.
Steve Urkel.
Dude, I watched the full thing on the Howard Stern podcast. It's hilarious. Dude,
alright, I never heard that part.
I'm gonna show you today. It's so funny.
Alright. That'll be something we'll watch while we travel to the 80s.
Yes, sir.
And, another thing that keeps happening every time I travel is there's always a change in something. Like, the first time we traveled to 2010, we obviously saw a different lane from a different dimension, and then I don't know, you were still the same, but then like it's like I feel like I'm the only one in this dimensional time travel adventure, because like every time I travel, like half the time, like everything is just completely different. Like sometimes people, even if you like try to get people in the time machine to travel, things get all sketchy looking, and like everything just changes as you're traveling through time. Like I was gonna have those friends trying to come with me to the 1990s, and we were in the time machine, and then all of a sudden they're gone again. It's like people keep like disappearing and reappearing. Like, it's so strange.
Yo, I gotta use the restroom, and then like I gotta call her, so like I don't know, we should probably wrap it up.
Alright. Yeah. I mean, you still got 8 minutes, it's fine.
Like, I also gotta use the restroom.
You found the girl he liked.
Oh, bro, don't go on my. No, I thought you were gonna edit that part out. Don't say personal stuff.
Relax, it's all storyline.
Okay.
But I mean,
yeah, I fell in love with the 90s baddie.
Yeah, but I don't know. That could be risky. Like, what if that could leave a huge change in the space-time continuum?
Dude, 90s babes were actually hot. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but they were.
Like you got Jennifer Aniston.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she hates Marvel superhero movies for some reason. I saw an article about it.
I got it.
All right,
Drain the lizard.
don't malfunction the time machine this time, okay? If you want to be with me in the 1980s, then don't screw up the TARDIS. Yeah. I should probably check, because I don't know if I can trust him. I mean, like, if it's something simple, then yeah, you could obviously do that. But like, he does something, he'll get a sketch about it, and then like he just does the wrong thing, and then everything becomes chaos. Did you see? He's really singing in the bathroom. I better go check on him. I apologize, everybody. I'm sorry, but I got checked on him. Yo, dude, what are you doing with the time machine? You malfunctioned again. I saw what you did. Yeah, you touched this button. You weren't supposed to. I told you not to touch. Dude.
Bro, I was just trying to get some 90s food. Like,
You
I
gotta
thought
be
that was a
careful.
microwave button.
You gotta be careful with this stuff, man.
I thought that was a microwave button, to be honest.
Yeah. Something feels weird. Do you feel weird?
Yeah, I got like tingles all over.
I don't know what's going on, but anyways, I'm just gonna sit here. Kind of
I
stretch
feel
a little
lightheaded.
bit.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, me too, dude.
And these nachos don't
I don't
even
know what
taste
you-
good.
Yeah, I don't know what you do, but something doesn't seem right. Like, I just feel lightheaded.
Yeah, me too. Like, I feel nauseous.
I think we're about to hit to the 1980s anyways. Let's just go and yeah. Thank you all for listening. Is David the Butcher as always.
And your boy Mazzi. That was kind of delayed.
Yeah.
Because I'm lightheaded.
Yeah. Hopefully we should be fine. 1980s. I don't know what's going on anymore. I am a little nervous now. I hope everything goes fine. But yeah, I will see y'all in the 80s. Bye, everybody.
Namaste.